Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on Restitched. Sorry, just real quick, sorry if I sound a little weird. I am just getting out of like a cold. That's why this video is being recorded a lot later than I expected to. But it's a good thing I waited. I got a couple things that I wanted to add to it anyways. So let's get started with a video of what we know on Restitched so far. Okay, first off, moving forward, we have confirmation on Trixel's website that the plan moving forward for the sharing of Restitched levels will be on the Steam Workshop, and that's how we will upload and play levels made by the community. I think that makes perfect sense for it being on the PC, utilize what Steam has, and I think that'll work pretty well. It might not be the easiest in going through the list, but maybe you'll see most played, most downloaded, most upvoted, or I think there's a way to pick like developer's choice. So even the developers can pick their favorites if they want to go through the levels on their own. But I think that's a good system of doing it and utilizing everything that's available for them. And it's not much extra work. So yeah, that'll be a good way to do stuff like that. I look forward to going through the Steam Workshop and browsing all the tsunami survival levels. Also, on Trixel's website, they highlighted the actions that Stuffy can do, which are climb, crawl, push, swing, and more. It does say and more, but with it saying climb, push, and swing, most likely means that there will not be a grab mechanic. Not a physical grabbing of like Stuffy's like hands. There won't be that. There will most likely only be the needle and thread hook shot. Also, we got confirmation that from a director at Trixel Creative that the needle and thread is a permanent mechanic with Stuffy. As long as the option is available, Stuffy can use the needle and thread. So that's pretty cool. It's not a power-up, it's not something you have for certain levels. It's as long as that setting is turned on for the certain object or block, you can use it whenever. What I'm more curious about is how it prioritizes certain blocks, because I can't wait, or maybe there's a limit, but I can't wait to see the community levels where literally everything is grabbable. I guess it's probably whatever's closer to you, but I wonder how chaotic it would be to try and grab something when literally every block, even up to the floor, is grabbable. It would be terrifying, but I'm looking forward to it. Damn, this is killing me. There will be a story mode for this game, and the basic plot of this game is already in the works, but still the overarching idea is sort of known. According to Trixel's website and the Restitched wiki, the quote reads, "Restitched follows the story of a brave, adventurous teddy bear named Stuffy on a journey to find the roots. Along the way, Stuffy must restitch a community unraveled by corporate greed and tyranny while discovering new friends, new foes, and new locations." So that's the quote. I'm looking forward to going through this story. I think I'll have so much fun with just the main storyline before we even get to the community levels. Although this is probably like gonna be a user-generated, like rounded game, it's gonna live longer on the user-generated levels more than it will be on the story. But I think the story will be amazing. I'm really looking forward to whatever they come up with, and just with reading this quote, I'm excited for what they're gonna tackle with it. It just seems interesting. I wonder what enemies we'll see, what characters we'll see, if we'll see NPCs, if we'll see actual characters, or maybe helpers that follow us through. I'm not sure what their plans are, but Stephanie will probably be the lone adventurer. I mean, there'll probably be friends we meet in towns and whatever scenes we go through, but I don't know if anybody will follow us, although that would be kind of cool. But I guess we'll see what happens when the game releases. Online multiplayer is a planned feature, but is a super complex feature that it might not be included at launch. Later updates may add the online multiplayer if it's too much of a challenge for the team to get done before launch, which is understandable. Multiplayer is just, it's a crazy thing to add, and I know a bunch of studios struggle with adding it, and it's added, sometimes it's not perfect. So even if they can get it kind of working, I think they want to wait till it's relatively perfect, or as perfect as they could physically get it. But either way, this will most likely be a local co-op, right? I guess it would be called that. But I'm not nowhere near paid by this company to say this, but I use it a lot and I really like it. I mean, it'd be cool if it was sponsored by them. That's not gonna happen. But Parsect works very well. If Restitch does not have online multiplayer before its launch or during its launch, you can use Parsect, and it streams your PC. There'll be controller support, so you can have your PC streaming essentially to that other person's PC, and you guys can play local co-op games like that. You can use this on any game, and I use it for other games like Stick Fight, Gang Beast, Duck Game, and stuff like that. It's just, you can use it on this game theoretically, as long as you set it up properly and you give them the permissions and whatever. So either way, there's a possibility to play online with your friends, even if it's not an official feature that is added directly into the game. So yeah, it'll work out either way, but online multiplayer directly into the game would be kind of cool. Oh yeah, and I guess just to add on to that, controller support is a planned feature. Also stated here that even though the gameplay should fully support the controller, the level editor will not support the controller feature, at least at launch. So, which it makes more sense. It's easier to create and to build with a keyboard and mouse than it is to really do it with a controller. So yeah, if it's a PC game, I understand why there's no need for controller in the building stages of the game. But playing it, yeah, I think at least some controller support would be fine. Depending on whatever you want to use, since you might be more comfortable with a controller or with a keyboard and mouse. Who knows? That is completely up to you. Also, actually, in the FAQ section, there is a confirmation on how the layers work. To quote Trixel on this, there will be 5 slices of playable space, or layers, available to build within, not including thinner layers where flat geometry can be placed. Additionally, props that are turned into ornaments don't adhere to the layer limitation, but can only be placed on things that are within the playable space. So here Trixel is saying that there will be 5 layers to move back and forth between. The thinner layers are most likely references to the stickers or stamps, as I believe they're referred to in Restitched. And also there are ornaments that can be made from most props within the game. They allow you to rotate and angle it freely, but it also removes the collision of the object. It's an ornament. It's more for decoration, I think, than it is as an actual, stepping stone or an actual platform, I guess. And for the comment I got the other day, I can only find one clip within the trailer to see if Stuffy is bound to the layer he inhabits, or he can freely move between them, but without that sort of jump animation locking him onto the next axis. It does sort of seem that Stuffy isn't bound to a specific layer, but I think the animation is just smooth on that transition. To me, it makes more sense that the player is locked onto one of the 5 layers and not able to sort of free roam between them. I think it makes the movement and actions easier to handle that way, but I'm not super sure on that yet. It could be more of an open movement, but I'm leaning more towards the idea of Stuffy locks into a specific layer as he moves back and forth. He's linked to the 5 layers. That just makes more sense. I think it's easier for the coding, for the gameplay. It just I think that makes more sense to me. So I'm not sure, but that's what I think on that. Restitched will not enter an early access phase on Steam, but Restitched is planned to have multiple testing phases, which will be very selective external QA testing and eventually a private beta. At the moment, there isn't a plan for open beta, but Trixel's open to having some ideas of the community testing the game while building up the pool of community generated levels to be ready at launch. So yeah, I don't think there'll be a lot of testing that we can do on our own. We're probably not going to see a date for a long time either. I mean, it's been 2 years since they started working on it. I would give it at least 2 years before maybe they release their prospective date of release. I don't know, that's just what I'm thinking. It's been 2 years since they announced. It'll probably be another 2 years before they announce the release date. But yeah, there's not going to be a lot of betas. It's not going to go into early access. It's fine. But it seems that they want to have community levels when the game launches. So there will probably be some people in the community let into the game when it's completely finished before it launches, so they can have those levels up there. They'll get builders and they'll get these levels to have a little bank of levels from the community. Just to have that when you actually get in, so you can go through those pretty quickly. If somebody speedruns the game in like a couple hours, they'll have levels after they finish the story to go through. So yeah, Jesus, I'm struggling over here. It's getting worse. Also, at this time, there isn't a plan to have modding available to the game for moderation reasons. So that means there's no modding like custom textures, sounds, meshes, scripts, or anything that can be imported into the game that isn't created with the level editor itself. That's the plan for right now due to the lack of resources, but that doesn't mean it can't be implemented with Restitched feature. I think a comment that was left the other day was talking about adding our own textures and stuff like that. For the moment, it's not on the plan for Trixel Creative, but maybe in the future they'll have it as an update if they can't get it before launch. This is probably going to be a really short video, I wouldn't doubt it, but this is just another update about a week later on something, there's things that we know about this game, and that's pretty much all I can find at the moment. There might be a couple other things that I can add more videos on, or speculation videos if I really want to in the future, and there'll be eventually another recap that I can go over separately. But there'll be more updates I will do my best to keep up with all the news on this game as it progresses on Twitter, on the Trixel Creative website, on the FAQs, on the recaps. Right, we'll see. There isn't too much updates at the moment. I mean, it's still early production, but I will keep up with it and I will inform all you guys as they come out, or as I see them. I guess you guys are welcome to message me if I miss something in the comments, or if I miss something on Twitter, you can DM it to me, because I'm probably gonna miss some stuff. I have notifs on, but I wouldn't doubt I'd somehow miss a notification. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you like this sort of content. It does let me know if you guys are enjoying it, and it'll definitely motivate me to keep doing this kind of stuff for you guys. If you like this content, it'll let me push it, you know. It'll let me keep doing it. It's easier for me to do, especially with the school coming up. I'm not gonna have a lot of time, so this is something I can do for you guys that I enjoy on a game that I really I'm looking forward to playing, and I'm just excited for it. So I would love to keep doing this, and if you guys support, it would really make me want to do it even more. And liking the video and subscribing will help push me in the algorithm. You guys got me so far, by the way. I think I should mention that. You got me to my, I think that was my first 1K views on a video. So thank you so much for that. I got so much support and so much love from the community in this game, from the developers of this game, from the people at Trixel. I appreciate all you guys. I really don't know what to say. I'm just like, I gotta make another one, and then I got sick. So yeah, I'll keep working on whatever comes next. I'm glad you guys liked it, and I will keep doing more as long as I'm able to. But I'm gonna hopefully try and get better before I record next. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys then.